You gotta say it again. Oh,
I'm about to hit this live button. About to go live.
okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off as well.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
Hello, 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 everyone, everyone on Facebook. We got a great class. Well, not class, session that we're about to do today. We are about to get ready, get started. If you look at the title for today, well, our theme is talk about transition. We're going to talk about transition. We're going to talk about the different types of transition that you have in your life, different types of transition uh, that is required in your life. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a conversation about it. We're going to talk about our experience with transitioning um, and how we have learned what we learned from it and how we grown from it. So I'm gladly have Sister Kim on here, and I have Sister Tish and Sister Cece on here, Sierra on here as well. They're gonna help me push this. We're gonna have a great conversation on today. So I'm gonna start off with this. Um, when you think of the word transition, what do you think? Tell me, what do you think? What is your thoughts on that word? Let me start with you, Kim.
It depends on what season I'm in and what's going on,
Mm,
because transition for me, as sometimes has meant someone passing on,
mm,
and from this side to the other side. As sometimes and then I look at transition as far as like if you're going from one job to another, or if you're transitioning from being single to having a child or something like that. So it's transition. I mean, I guess it means the same thing, but it could have different similarities, if that makes sense, depending on what season it is.
all depending on what season you in. Right, right, right. I want to say hey to Mother Marks, Brother Gerald. I see you there. Good evening to you. Um,
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
make sure you say hello to everyone on Facebook. Tish, when you think about transition, what do you think about?
Change. Everything that Kim said sums it up to change.
Mm,
That's what I think about. And that actually came from Krisha.
oh, that
She's
came from-
here.
oh, I didn't even see. I didn't even see you in the back, back seat, back seat. I didn't even see you back there, Chris. My bad. Everyone say
Hey,
Krisha back there. Everybody, she's back there.
and Brother Ken,
Everybody.
and
Hey, you
Brother
doing, brother?
Ken.
Hey.
Hey, brother, can everybody in the car?
Right. You
Everybody
flow
on
deep.
Yes.
they deep. They going to Bucky's. Well, they just left Bucky's, so they about to head to another.
We at the out. We're at the outlets.
So now they headed to Outlet. So all right. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. Uh, what we want to do is this. We're going to talk about transition, and I want to give y'all a definition. And that definition is what we're going to go by for the remainder of this month. We're going to talk about it. That is going to be our backbone throughout, throughout the remainder of this month. Uh, as far as when we have these conversations for the next couple of weeks. So let me give you this definition real quick. Now, I really never really pay attention to like the real definition of transition. When we think about transition, like Sister Kim says, we usually think about death. We usually think about some type of change that's happening in our life. But let me give y'all this definition. The definition of transitioning is the process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another. The second definition is undergoing or causing to undergo a process of or a period of transition. Okay. So we're going to talk about the process, the change, and undergoing. Okay. We're going to talk about that because you have to undergo through the process. And a lot of times when people are transitioning, they don't understand the process. They always get upset during the process part. Prime example. All right. I don't know if y'all remember this, probably a long time ago for everyone on Facebook or everybody on here that's talking right now with me. You remember the time where you left elementary school and you went to middle school? No,
Yes,
it was kind of awkward, wasn't it? It was a kind of awkward moment of your life
yes.
because you no longer you're not being being babied or anything like that. But it was an awkward moment where now you're going to middle school. Now you're you have to be independent more than on the teachers or anything like that. You have to be independent on yourself. So I'm just going to talk about me. I remember the first time I went to middle school. I want to name the school. I don't know if it's still there no more, but middle school. I think the first school I went to was God darn it. What's the first school? Ann Arbor Trail. Ann Arbor Trail Middle School. Ann Arbor Trail Middle School. Ann Arbor Trail is somewhere on the west side by River Rouge, over there, somewhere over here. Okay, I know where it is. I just can't think of it right now. All right, Ann Arbor Trail. I remember going to Ann Arbor Trail, and I remember, yeah, that's a great example, Gerald. Great example. Even high school. Yeah, let's talk about high school. That's even better. High school. Leaving middle school after you get comfortable in middle school. Now you're going to high school. Now you're
Yeah,
going
because
to
elementary was bad for me. Come on.
elementary was bad for you.
I got bullied. Yes.
In elementary,
Yes.
I never heard anyone say elementary was bad for them. I never heard of that.
It's
Cece,
some it's some second grade bullies out here.
it's second grade bullies. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about these second grade bullies. All right, we gotta get them delivered. Cece, was middle school or high school was terrible for you, or elementary? Watch, she gonna say elementary.
Middle.
Middle school. See, middle school. So middle school or
I
high
think I
school.
was the bully in elementary school. Don't tell nobody.
See?
See, you's the one that was picking on Sister Kim. That was you. That was you. All right. All right.
You
Let's
owe me an apology.
her apology. Now we about to go for we about to transition now from now we about to get transitioning from progress to healing. Now
Right.
we about to go through this whole process. All right.
Mhm.
But yeah, in high school, transition to high school, right? And in high school is a different type of monster compared to middle school and to even elementary. Because you got to think about it. When I dropped off Caitlin, everyone who don't know Caitlin, that's my daughter. When I dropped her off to like kindergarten, it was just such a hard transition for her because she was so used to being at home or being at the other school and
Mhm.
the way they operate and their system and they flow. It took her a while to get used to the new teacher, her new classmates, because she felt uncomfortable. Transition is meant for you to be uncomfortable, people. Okay. Oh, I'm at a point where people are saying, "Oh, I want God to do this. I want God to do that. I want Him to put me in a higher place or get me a different promotion." Guess what? That's going to cost you to do. It's going to cost for you to go through the process, and it's going to cost you to go through the growth and process to get you there. It's going to cost change.
Mhm.
It's going to have to be change taking place. You're going to have to go.
Carlton,
Oh, yes.
it kicked Tish out.
Oh, I sent it to her.
Tish can't get back.
I
He
sent it
said
to
he
her.
sent it to you.
I sent it to her. Check her phone again. Tell her to check her phone. Okay. She ain't on Bucky's and everything. She don't know where she can check her phone. Okay. Anyway,
Don't be a hater because you're not at Bucky's.
I apologize. I'm not being a hater. All right. All right. Yeah. So transition. Gerald talking about high school was a different experience. Yes, high school was a different experience. Okay. High school was very a different experience. Okay. Now I don't know for everybody, except for Sister Kim, because she says that elementary was the hardest point in time of her life in her school career.
Oh, no, no, high school was rough as well. I can relate to all of them.
High school was rough too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
All right.
that's where you transition into smoking weed in the bathroom and learning how to smoke cigarettes without choking and skip school. Yeah, you know that transition.
No,
Absolutely.
I don't know that. I don't know that transition. I don't know that transition. I don't
I
know
don't
that
know that
transition.
one, Sister Kim. I
See,
don't know that
Oh, y'all being deep. I'm sorry. The wrong
in
line.
high
I'm
school,
sorry. Yeah.
transition like for it was different. It was more
Not deep, Kim. I know
yeah,
that
yeah.
transition.
Did you say, Tish?
I said I'm not deep. I know that transition a little bit.
I don't know that transition. That was not my transition. My transition when I got to high school was more of, I guess I had a hormone problem. Okay. That was mine. That was mine. I don't know about y'all's. Mine was hormones. Okay. And all right.
Yeah, I just forgot to mention that.
Yeah, see, it was all out of control. It was all out of control. I had my fair share of problems in those three stages of schooling: elementary, middle school, high school. But yeah, I think it was a growing process. But each each level at elementary and middle school and high school, you find out something about yourself. You find out what is your niche or what you're not going to tolerate. You're not you find out what type of people you want around you. You find out what you're really good at, what you're not good at. You find out all those different things in different stages of those transitioning in your schooling. Transitioning is very important as far as the process is because we always want to go through the process. We do not want to be in a place of comfortability. Okay. When you're in a place of comfortability, you get stagnant. Okay. You get complacent. You get what we call in the marketplace non-valued. Okay. That's why it's so when you go in when you started working in your career or whatever, they always tell you, encourage you, go and get another certification. Always fine tune your skills or learn a new skill because it's so fact um for because the simple fact you're always competing and things is always changing.
Mhm.
And we always have to have the mindset that things is always changing. Prime example, I don't know if y'all know this, but this was just a recent article. Did you know that inflation rate went up last year?
I can believe it, even though
And
I didn't
now,
read it.
if you really pay attention to the things that you're paying for
Mhm,
right now,
mhm,
is higher than what you was paying for.
mhm.
Even when it comes to our government, even when it comes to our finance, things is constantly changing, and we must transition ourselves to understand where okay, now I know this. Now my grocery bill went up from $100. Now I got to pay almost 175. Now I got to either get a higher paid job, or I got to find some things I need to cut out.
Mhm.
Okay. But one thing I would like to do is talk about one of the greatest things in this whole series talk is talk about different types of characters who had different types of transitionings in their lives. The very first one I want to talk about, I am going to hit Joshua a little bit later because he was a great example. Moses to Joshua, that's a great transition. That's a great example. But one I want to talk about today is one that a lot of us we can relate to, and his name is Abram. Abram, not Abraham. I'm talking about Abram.
Okay.
Okay. Abram is the one I want to talk to about. Okay. Like Abram is like him, but everyone knows her as Kimberly. Okay. Before she came Kimberly, she was Kim. Okay. That's the Abram. That's who I want to talk about. Before there was Tish, there was a Letitia. Okay. I forgot Tish's middle name. As soon as I remember, I'm gonna say it loud. What is it,
Don't
Cece?
do it.
What is it, CT? Tell me.
She
Don't do it.
tried, but it was muted.
She
It's
tried.
Marie.
It's Marie.
Marie. Oh, yes, there it is. Marie. Okay. Before there was Tish, it was Marie. All right. All right. She don't like that middle name. But anyway,
That's okay. I like mine better than Jean.
wow. Wow. I feel like shots is being fired today. I don't know who Jean is, but it must be
She
Sierra.
trying it. She trying it. She really trying it.
She trying it
Back
today.
and forth.
She trying it. I see. I see how it is. I see. Oh, in this conversation, you better guard yourself. Guard
The
yourself.
clip gonna be empty by the time this is over with.
Yeah, Chris is gonna be,
Man.
and we're gonna have to start forgiveness class real soon because I see people are going to release the clips. Okay, I see
Man.
that now. What I want to do is talk about Abram. Okay, Abram begins in the book of Genesis, the 12th chapter. Wonderful, one of my favorite books. The reason why I like Genesis because it's so fat. It tells me when he started listening to women and everything went wrong. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's why I like Genesis. Okay, I'm
now
not
you're
saying
gonna stop that. You're gonna stop that, sir.
I'm
Don't
just.
play no games.
I'm not playing no games. I'm stating the facts. When men listened to women, everything went wrong. That's
No.
biblical. That's biblical. It's right
No.
there in the text. Anyway,
I ain't even going there. Don't do it. Don't
I'm
do
not
it, sir.
going. I'm not going there. I'm just transitioning from, what happened in the beginning to where we are now. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
You
All right.
pushing it.
And it sounds like you're trying to put it on the backs of women, but
Yeah,
okay.
you
I didn't
pushing
put
it.
it on I did not put it on the backs of women. What I said
Oh, but you did.
in the beginning, I see in the beginning when men listened to women, okay, things went wrong. Did it or did not? No, it did it. Was something I said was wrong? Anyway, okay. I thought I was just dropping facts. I thought I was just dropping facts right
Oh, but God was talking to man, but not the woman. But okay, man.
See, what we're not about to do is you trying to pass the buck. Okay. All right.
From my understanding, Eve wasn't even around. We ain't talking about how Adam wasn't around. From my understanding, Eve wasn't even around.
Can I ask you a question? Where did Eve come from? Where did Eve come from? Adam, right?
Out of those little dark men.
All right. We're not about to go there. But anyway, I'm transitioning over to Abram. Okay. Abram. Okay. The 12th chapter, verses 1-3. The reason why I want to talk about Abram is because so that Abram, we see in his faith walk, he had different levels of transitioning. Okay. God had to deal with him in each level, like he has to deal with us. He has to deal with us where we at. And a lot of times, a lot of people, church folk, okay, people in the church, I ain't gonna say church folk, people in the church, okay, tend to forget that God deal with people at different levels. He does not deal with me in the same way he deal with Kim or he deal with Kelly, or he don't deal with men the way he deal with women. Okay, there we go. You saw that? You saw that coming? The punchline is coming. I'm going after everybody today. All right. Anyway, Gerald, you with me today, Gerald? Yeah, he with me. Gerald's with me. He's rolling on the floor right now. He's with me. All right. But anyway, I got one type of support around here. But anyway, that ain't the point. So let me read this. Okay. Let me read this. All right. Genesis, the 12th chapter, verses 1 through I'm gonna read 1 through 5. I'm gonna read 1 through 5. I'm gonna read it from the English Standard Version. So it says, now the Lord said to Abram, okay, Abram, okay, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to a land that I will show you. Now, just with that subject, just with that part, there's 3 parts into that one verse. Okay. My mom said, be careful, sir. But she knows the truth. Read the Bible. But anyway, that ain't the point. We ain't gonna talk about that. All right. He dealt with Abram. The Lord dealt with Abram in 3 parts. He said, I need you to go from your country. Okay. I need you to leave your surroundings. Okay. I need you to leave what you're so used to seeing all the time. What you always like. I know this part. I know Susie down the street. I know how that house look. I need you to go away from the east side of Detroit. Okay. I need you to get delivered from the east side of Detroit. Kelly knows about that. Okay. Anyway, continue. And it says,
Sorry.
What? Did I say something? Did I say something? All right. And okay. Second part. I'm releasing clips, baby. I'm releasing clips. And it says, and your kindred. Anyone who don't know what kindred is, that means your family. Okay.
Family.
Get away from them. A lot of times God will tell you to do something and it's going to hurt the people around you. It's not for to hurt them in a way of you're taking away you're taking away from something. It's more of I'm taking this and I want to show you can grow from this. All right. The next thing he told him, the third part, he tells him, leave your father's house. All right. And I'm going to show you a land that you never seen. I will show you a land. Okay. Verse number 2. And it says, and I will make you a great nation. Okay. Hey, Tabitha, how you doing, Tabitha? And I will make you a great nation. And I will bless you. Okay. Make you a great nation. And I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be blessed. Verse number 3. I will bless those who bless you. That's a whole nother topic right there. That's something that you should get happy right there, because people don't understand when they bless you, God is going to bless them. So there's a reason why people always want to do something for you. Like people don't, you got to think about this. Like when someone buy you something, like buy your lunch or something like that, or say, you know, I got you, or, you know, I'm going to put some gas in your car. You got to understand something that they about to get blessed because God is blessing you. Okay. That's a whole nother, we're going to talk about that later. Okay.
Okay.
I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonor you, I will curse them. See, you got to get happy. You know, see, that's when you know when people are lying on you, persecuting you, or shaming your name. God's got that. God said he's going to take care of that. Okay. Okay. And you, all the families on the earth shall be blessed. Verse number 4. So Abram went. All right. Look how God dealt with him. Okay. And a lot of times this is how God dealt with us. Okay. He comes to us in a matter to address our hearts. Have you ever, God ever told you something and you be like, God, you really talking to me? And you be like, I don't know. I don't know you talking to me, God, about this. Are you sure? And God say, and he comes to you constantly and talk constantly. And after one confirmation, another confirmation, he keep on showing you. He give you signs. He give you things that he gives you examples, and people out of nowhere will come to you and say, hey, do you know you're supposed to be doing this? Or did you know you could have been over here or something like that? In those matters, God always deals with your heart. And like he dealt with Abram, where he was, he dealt with his heart. Okay. Now, you remember in verse number 1, he told him to do some things. Okay. He told him, leave from this country. He told him to leave his family. He told him to leave from his father's house. Okay. When he says leave from your father's house, meaning in the context in that culture at that point in time is when you leave, when a male leaves the house, he doesn't take anything with him. Okay. Because you don't own it. Your father owns it.
Until he dies.
Until he dies. You got it. There we go. Look at look at that. Look at Kim. Gold star for you. Give her a gold star, people. Everybody give Kim a gold star. Look at her.
Carry on, sir.
Anyway, yeah, there you go. Gold star. Yeah, there you go, Tish. Give her a gold star. She get the gold star. Look at that. She knows about the background. She knows about that, the customs. Anyway, but listen, as he left, we about to deal with this because in verse number 4, and Abram went. Okay. Now you remember the 3 things God told him what to do. Okay. Like a lot of times, God will tell you to do something to get to where he needs you to go, where you want to progress, where you say, God, I need you to change me. I need you to fix me. God, I need you to fix this situation. God, I want this promotion. God, I see my business being at this level. All these things that you have suggested to God, and then God comes with like, okay, I got a transition for you. I need you to go through this process. Okay, so in verse number 4, Abram, he went,
Mhm.
and as the Lord had told him. Now listen to this. And Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. A lot of times in our transitioning, in our midst of progressing, we always forget what God said in the beginning.
Mhm.
We just add verse number 4. You remember what was the 3 things? God told him to leave from his country, leave his kindred, and leave from your father's house.
And
Now,
I guess my question is, Lot was a part of his kindred.
you're getting another gold star for her. Everybody clap your hands.
You said, stop it.
Give her a gold star.
Stop it.
Only reason why I say a gold star because it's so fake. You say elementary, so I want to go back and just I'm going to bring the healing of elementary right back. Gold star for her, okay? Gold star. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. So yes, Lot was kindred to him. He was family to him. All right. Gerald clapping his hand. He's sending his hearts to you. He said, "Gold star to you." All right.
Thank you, Tish.
Oh, Gerald told me to leave you alone, so I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm not bothering her. I don't feel like
Thank you. I was a smart student in school. That wasn't the problem. The problem was you people.
You people. I don't Tish. Did she just call me you people, Tish? All right, I feel some type of way. All right, but I get over it.
Okay.
Tabitha said go star Kimmy. Anyway, but anyway, yes, Lot was kindred to him. Now, we can't say I'm not going to suggest that he didn't hear God. I can't say that because he left.
Mhm.
So that means he heard him, right?
Mhm.
A lot of times God would tell us to leave people, things, jobs, relationships, situations alone for the betterment for us, for our advancement.
Mhm.
Because sometimes people don't understand God is advancing us, breaking relationships or moving us from one job to a different job or transition us from different areas because it's so fat. God has something better for you. He has something better for you. And yes, Tabitha, we do not listen at all. This is the one time where I could say, man, we just don't listen very well. We just don't. It's just, I don't know. We just don't listen very well. Okay. We don't. I don't know. I guess we hear what we want to hear. Like Abram, we hear what we want to hear. Not, oh no, that's just not a male thing. That's just male and female. Okay, let me say that right here, right now, because he ain't about that. We hear what we want to hear, especially when it comes to God and His instructions.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's continue go along here. Then okay, verse number 5. You ready? Verse number 5. This is really okay. So we established that he took Lot. Okay. We understood that he's 75 years old. We understood that he left his hometown. We understood that he left his father's house. Verse number 5, it says, and Abram took Sarai. Okay. The reason why I want to emphasize Sarai because this is before she became Sarah. Okay, Sarai. Okay. His wife and Lot. Okay. And Lot, his brother's son, and all the other possessions that they had gathered and the people that they had acquired in his hometown.
Wow.
See, just by reading this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, our bishop said we hear it the way we want to hear it. Yes, you're right, Bishop. We do hear it the way we want to hear it. We have our own translations, okay? Like there is a King James version, there's a King Carlton version, okay? I ain't hear that. That is not my Bible. Okay. There's Queen Kimberly version, a Queen Tish version, and definitely a Queen Kelly version. But I ain't about to get on her right now.
That's so dangerous. That's too
It's dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah.
It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. Okay. As we continue to go look at this, now listen to what he did. He took his wife, which he supposed to take his wife. There's no question. He supposed to take his wife. That's your responsibility. That's who you married. Okay. He took his wife, but he took Lot and his brother's son. His brother's son and their possessions. God did not tell him to take his possessions. Okay. That they may gather all that they gathered and the people that they had acquired in his hometown. And then they set out to go out to the land of Canaan. And when they came to the land of Canaan, Abram passed through the land to the place of Shem, to the oak of Morah. And at that time, the Canaanites were in the land. Okay, listen to this. Verse number 7. Then the Lord appeared to Abram. Okay, you remember he had this deep conversation with them. Verses 1 through 3. Okay, I gave you instructions. This is what I want to do for you. I'm trying to get you ready. I'm trying to get you to progress in your life. I'm about to put some transitions in your life. Now we're about to see some major transitioning in Abram's life. Now we're about to see Abram becoming to Abraham. Like I said before, transition is a process. You must go through the process. There's no cheat code. I don't understand why people think it's a cheat code to get to one point to another. To get from to go from being in elementary to get your degree. No, you got to go through the process. There are some things you have to learn. Now, transition easy. Nope. Transition hard. Yep. Why God allow us to go through all these different changes in our lives? For our spiritual growth, for our growth to take place. That's why. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right, Gerald. This is hashtag the process. In order for you to get where you want to go, in order for you want to be in your life, you have to change. You have to undergo through the process. You have to undergo through the changes from one state to another. Okay, Abram has experience since he did those things. Remember what God told him to do. Mm-hmm. Told him, hey, I need you to do this. Leave your country. Mm-hmm. 2, I need you not to take anyone that's kindred to you. Okay. Mm-hmm. And 3, most importantly, I need you to leave from your father's house. When I say leave from your father's house, a lot of people misconstrue what the word is saying. When he says father's house, not literally in the context, but literally in the context of don't take nothing from your father's house. Mm-hmm. Don't take nothing. That was the custom at the time. Mm-hmm. So it's like today, I remember my grandfather telling me a story about when my dad left the house. My grandfather told me the story like this. He said my dad left the house at the age of 18 or 19, one of the two. It was one of the two, 18 or 19. What do you mean by kindred? What I mean by kindred is family, Gerald. Good question. Kindred is meaning family. Okay. My grandfather said when my dad moved out, he only gave him the clothes that he could wear. That was the only thing he gave him. Mm-hmm. He said, I didn't know. He said he's off on his own now. He has to be his own man. This is a different concept for a different time. But when he understood and respect his own property, his own values, once he got it on his own. Like, prime example, you remember when you used to drive your mom's car or anything like that? You didn't, You really didn't put gas in the car. I'm a prime example. I didn't put gas in the car. But when I got my own car, hey, someone try to borrow my car. Hey, bro, you got to put some gas in the car. Because our views change.
Mhm.
So, okay. So with Abram, we are about to experience with Abram different level of major events that happened in his life. Okay. Things that he had to go through in the process of his transition, of his growth. Okay. A lot of times we hit those roads and we get weary. We get we go through anxiety attacks. We go through modes of feeling of why is me, why I'm going through this. A lot of times people, what I really want to say to you, the transition is a stretching. It's your stretching process. This is when God is stretching you. Okay. Stretching is good. A lot of us, we don't like to be stretched. We don't like to be challenged. We get so comfortable into what we are doing right now and what state that we in. Prime example. It's a reason why a lot of churches, well, I'm gonna say the church. I'm gonna say church, the church. Why evangelism is not like really key, because people don't like change. Because when you see new people, that means what? There's a change that's taking place. When you I remember we at the church for Word Restoration Ministries, I think we've been through like 7 different types of changes over the course of our the establishment of Word Restoration. We've been through like seven, like at least 7 in between 7 to 10 different types of changes. Each change, each change taught us a lesson. There was a lesson behind each one, and you saw the growth take place. All right. So transitioning is all about growth. It's all about change and making progress. Okay. So let me read this to you. Let's go to Matthew. Sister Kim, can you get Matthew for me? The 6th chapter. The 6th chapter. I want to say. I want to say maybe verse 32, between 32, 34. Matthew.
About seeking God first, because that's what I know that.
Yeah, that's 33. Yeah.
So you want
Yeah.
32?
I want no, I want 34.
You want 34?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I read out of the ERV, the Easy Read version.
Okay, you don't read out the Kim version?
Mm-mm.
Okay, thank you.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Thank you.
Glory to God. Deliverance is real.
Deliverance is real.
Matthew 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Tomorrow will have its own worries.
Yes. So after our one of my favorite scriptures, Matthew 6:33, where God says, "But seek ye the first kingdom of God, and all His righteousness shall be added unto you, and add these things unto you." But people don't get happy about the next thing. Okay, the next thing is, therefore, do not be worry about tomorrow. Okay, for tomorrow will have its own anxieties. It's going to have its own problems. Okay, a lot of times when we're transitioning, a lot of people forget that they so worry about today. They worry about uh, um, the certain climate today or their environment. They worry about the now. God is saying, look, I don't need you to worry about the now. Okay. I got you. I got you in this process. Okay. I want you to grow from this point, and I want to take you to your next level. And trust me, and tomorrow, what you ever facing today, trust me, tomorrow is going to be even more. But guess what? You're going to survive it. You're going to make it. And a lot of times with people who are transitioning, They so worry about their certain problem for today, what they're facing. But God is telling us in these times, I need to stretch you. I need to mold you. I need you to get ready for what is about to come. Look, let's do it like this. This is going to be a spring cleaning experience with transitioning. Okay. In order for you to make room for where you want to go, like this is something that my grandfather, my grandmother always saw them do. Well, my grandmother, I always saw her do. It didn't make sense to me back then, but it makes sense to me now. It's one of those things, one of those great lessons you just certainly caught up on in life. My grandmother used to take out clothes out of her closet and put them up and give them away. She's like, I can't fit them no more or anything like that. So I'm about to give it away. And my grandfather was like, why are you doing that? You better figure that out, or try to save money. You know how men do. Like, what you doing all of that for? My grandmother always said to him, like, always, she was confident. I'm getting ready for the new. I'm getting ready for the new to come. I'm waiting for my new thing that's about to happen in my life. I'm waiting for my new outfit, my new dress, my new shoes. I can't wear these sewing old clothes where God is taking me. So in essence, what she was saying it today, like I understand. Like I'll be going through my closet. I need to get rid of these clothes because I want some new for where I want to go, for where I want to be in life. I remember there was a time in my life where I had nothing but jerseys. But I was asking for God to put me in a professional setting. It didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So now he had to change my perspective. He had to be like, okay, get rid of all that. I had to go through the process, understanding that. And a lot of us, we are in the process in the stretching where God is telling us we need to clean out the closet. Take everything out. I need you to take everything out of your closet. I need you to take out literally, spiritually, naturally. I need you to take it out. Take everything out. Get rid of the stuff that you can't wear no more. Why are you still keeping it? You know you ain't gonna be able to fit that no more. I'm just saying. That's nice. Ain't that nice, Kim? That was nice. That was real nice.
It's true.
I need you to get rid of it. Because I'm trying to take you somewhere. And God is trying to take us somewhere. Change is coming. Change is going to happen if you going to be a part of it or not. So I'm advising you on today, advising a lot of us on today, that we need to embrace change. Change is good. I tell the people at my job all the time. I tell them this all the time. Okay. When I come down there, one of my job duties is when I come down there and to show them something new. People get upset. Like, you changing something on my job. Why are you changing something on my job? I've been doing it this way for 10 years, 20 years. And I always reply to them and said, well, we changed the process because something new is coming. You want something new to come because that tells you that your job is still valuable. Most people, they still get upset, still go off, get upset, be like, no, well, I don't like that. I don't like change. You need to embrace change. If you don't embrace change, you're going to be stuck in the same position, in the same place, in the same spiritual disformity because of the fact you did not want to change.
And change is definitely a mindset. Definitely a mindset.
It is definitely a mindset. And that's why if you look at the text, like how we talked about in Genesis, the 12th chapter, verses 1-5, whatever, how God dealt with him. Because beforehand, we did not know anything about Abram. Then all of a sudden, Abram jumped on the scene. And then remember, Abram is 75 years old.
which means to a degree, he's stuck in his ways.
He's stuck in his ways.
Mm-hmm.
Abel was 75 years old. What? Look. God bless the elderly. I know I love the elderly. I love the elderly. But what senior citizens, you tell them to try to change something that's on them, they will tell you, they will go off on you. I mean, clearly. Do you know how hard it was to change my grandmother from a flip phone to a smartphone? No, forget that. I ain't going to use my grandmother. I'm going to say my mama. You know how hard it was to change my mama from a flip phone to a smartphone? She said my phone worked perfectly fine. I'm talking about with the antenna. I'm talking about that type of flip phone, okay? You know how hard it was to do that? And she's not 75. God bless her. God bless my mama. She's not 75. But do you know how hard it was? That's what I'm saying. But if you look at it, there's no flip phones is going away. She had to adapt to the change that was coming. Like we had to adopt the change of currency. You remember there was a point in time where people would carry cash. When people, say, oh, let me get a couple of dollars. They didn't say, oh, cash at me a couple of dollars. Tabitha, listen, I'm not bothering Mother and Tammy Mark. I'm not bothering her. I'll leave her alone. Okay, people, the saints telling me to leave my mama alone. Okay, I'll leave her alone. I will leave her alone. I won't bother her.
We're just talking about the mindset that
I'm just
she had
talking
to
about the mind-
transition into.
Right, the transition of the mindset. Prime example. Congratulations to Cece. Everyone, salute. Clap your hands for Cece on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are. We love Cece. But do you know the mindset? You know how I'm pretty sure. I remember Cece telling me this a while ago. I remember she saying I should have been moved a long time ago. Like it was like, what? Why was she was here? But she had to go through that whole process. And then you remember, like Abel, the connection. He had a connection to his country. He had a connection to his family. And a lot of times when God tells us to go, those things will hold us back. Cece Tabitha is saying, congratulations, go girl. She clapping her hands. Just want to let you know, I know you're walking. Okay? I know you're walking. She said, thank you. I can read your lips on that one. There we go. The other time I couldn't read your lips. Okay? But I'm just saying, don't give me that look. Okay? Anyway. Abram had to leave his country. He had to leave his family. He had to leave his father's house. Those three elements he had to leave alone. Because God had something for him. God had to put Abram in situations that he should not have to deal with. What you mean by that, preacher? We'll talk about it later next week. But in Genesis, the 13th chapter, Abram put his family in the situation that he should not have, and God had to cut off his family, his kindred.
Mm-hmm.
He had to, because God said, okay, since you're not really listening to what I said in Genesis, the 12th chapter, the very first verse. All right, I said, leave the kindred alone, leave your family alone. Okay, I'm going to take your family out. When I say take your family out, I mean, like, I had to cut your family, cut your ties with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not understanding. I'm doing this for the betterment for you. I'm doing this for you can get where you want to go. I'm trying to do this for you can have peace. For you don't have that burden no more. So look, this is what I want everyone to do. This is what I want everyone to do. As we go through this whole transitioning process, as we go through the process, after we go through the changing, I want you to evaluate, look back on some things that you have transitioning from this year alone. 2020 transitioning for a lot of us, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. But for this year alone, think about the things that you have transitioning from. Not just a materialistic thing, not just from your job aspect or anything like that. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm talking about things that you have noticed a change of. Like, okay, dang, that used to bother me. That used to be something to one of my pet peeves. But now I'm in a different place.
Mhm.
Think on those things as we go through this process of transitioning, as we talk about transitioning, as we talk about the process of the groaning of transitioning. Because our transitioning now is for something later when we for something later in our season. We don't see it when we go through the process, but it's for the betterment for us. Okay. One of my friends who I went to high school with, when he one of the greatest things he said he ever done was leaving leaving Detroit. That was one of his greatest things he ever done. That was one of the greatest things he ever done, because so fact now he found himself, he found peace, he found understanding and knowing that he could do things. He did was not so he he realized that he really was not dependent on others. He realized he could do it on his own. He realized that some situations were toxic for him. Now, when he was here, he was a heavy drinker, he was a heavy smoker. But now where he lives, he don't do none of those things.
Amen.
Yeah, that deserves a great praise report, because he doesn't do those things no more. Because now he's not in that environment. Now he's not in that toxic environment where he felt like, okay, I got to do it because it's around me or it's right in front of him. I'm not saying that that is like 100% of the time for a lot of people, but for his situation, it was the greatest thing for him.
Mhm. And that also, Carlton, says that his transitioning of life and things that are going to happen in life could very well be extended, we pray,
Mhm.
because of the poison that he no longer puts in his system.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that is very correct. And a lot of times people don't realize how much poison we put in ourselves. When I say poison, I'm not just referring to substance or anything like that. I'm talking about also spiritually, okay? Things that is poison to us, that is poison to our character, poison to our integrity, poison. Okay, so that's what I'm referring to. So, let me do this. Okay, we are down to our last couple of minutes, so I just want to make sure I do this because we also have a job to do here. Is that we want to make sure that someone who's watching, who's catching a replay, who's watching this on YouTube, we want to make sure we extend and open the doors to you, because so in fact we understand that we are in a time where people are needing a prayer, people are needing of a spiritual healing. I just want to introduce you to a man that has changed me, who has literally changed and shifted things in my life. I seen the transitionings take place. I went from how can I put this, a young guy, little Ty, that's what they used to call me, a little Carlton. Now they just call me Big Carlton. That well, just Carlton now. Now I'm Carlton now. Okay. I seen the the transition in my life and have seen God work in my life like never before. So I'm not going to tell you um, that you should just do it by just my word. I just want to open the door to you for you can have your own experience. Okay. I know my experience is not going to be the same as yours, but I do know this, that this man, Jesus, he will blow your mind. There's no substance. There's not one person or thing on this earth can blow your mind for what he can do in your life, what he can change in your life. I'm telling you, he will blow your mind. So I just want to introduce you to him, open the doors for you to have a relationship with him. That is our commission. That is our job. If you want to be a part of this ministry, be a part of World Restoration Ministries. I got this proclaimer, just to let you know. We're not perfect. We're far from perfect. We still got some things that we are working out. There's some things that we are still working on. There's some struggles that we are facing every day. There's some thorns that we just got to deal with and carry with all of our lives. Look, the church is the hospital. And when you go to the hospital, the first thing you see is nothing but sick people. No one in there, no one in there is better than the other. Someone might be in ICU, someone might be in surgery, someone might be just in the patient room, someone might just be getting ready to get seen. Look, all of us is in the hospital, and we know where to go, and we know we need to come to the house of faith. So if you would like to join, be a part of this great community, this great family. Look, that's all I need you to do. I need you to send a message on our Facebook page or put it in the comment section at the bottom saying, sign me up. I would like to be a part of this great community. Now, we are going to challenge you because we want you to be in the same place. Okay. We're not a type of people who believe that, that's believe that you should be in the same place. We're going to challenge you. We're going to help you grow because the Bible tells us iron sharpen iron. And we want you to grow. We want you to prosper in life. We want you to have peace in your life. We want you to be well versed in life. We want all these great things for you. But this place right here, this place of deliverance, this place of healing, this place of restoration, if that's what you need, come be a part of us. Trust and believe it. You will get healing. You will get your restoration. You will get your peace. And we will help you get there. Because that's our goal. That's our commission. We are commissioned to help you, push you to where God wants you to be. All you have to do is just say, I want in, and accept the Lord in your life. So if that's you, go ahead that I want to join in, put in the comment section, or you can go and send us a message privately on our Facebook page at Word Restoration Ministries. You can do that. You can email us if you want to. Wherever you want, how you want to join. You can come visit us in Detroit, 3310 Puritan, Detroit, Michigan, 48238. In between Linwood and Livernois, on the west side of Detroit, which is the best side. Okay? That ain't the problem. Everyone knows. See, look at that. Throw it up one time, And we throw up gang signs too. We say word and we throw up a gang sign. People like, is a gay? No, we're a community. And we want you to be a part of our community. We want to love on you. We want to embrace you. And we want to challenge you and push you to be the better you. Because whatever you're doing now haven't been working. I guarantee you this Jesus thing will help you. Okay? So if you want to be a part, you know what to do. Hit that I want to join. Send a message. Or you can just follow us come to us at our location at 3310 Puritan on Sundays at great 2 p.m. where we have service. Okay, you can follow us on Tuesdays on Facebook. Have our prayers. You can come back and watch us on our Bible talk conversation. I ain't gonna say Bible class, Bible talk conversations on Wednesdays. Come and be a part. Great conversation, great dialogue, and we all here helping one another. Okay, Now, if you want to sow to us, you can sow to us in two different ways. You can go and Giveify. You can go and Giveify, search for Word Restoration Ministries in Detroit, Michigan, or you can go to our Cash App, sing, offering, whatever you would like to do, wherever God has put on your heart. Okay. Our Cash App is at money symbol 313 WRM, money symbol 313 WRM. All right. All right. I did my job. I did my commission, what I have to do, because I have to do that. Okay. I want to make sure someone gets, if the opportunity
Great
out there.
job.
Yeah. That's a Tish. I think Tish, did you join through at the park or something? No,
No, I joined at the church.
you joined the church. Okay, we have people join at Chuck E. Cheese, bowling alleys, everywhere in the park. It doesn't matter.
Ice
We
cream
accept it.
shop.
Ice cream shop over the Facebook. Doesn't matter. We accept you. Okay, that's our job. That's what we commissioned to. Okay, so yeah, through this process, we're going to talk about transition. We're going to talk about different things about transition. We're going to talk about the process, okay? Undergoing the process, understanding the changes, and understanding the methods of going from one state to another state, okay? That's the definition. That is our foundation when we're talking about transitioning, okay? Now, we're going to come back next week. We're going to talk about April, and we're going to talk about Moses and Joshua. Okay, we're gonna talk about those two at the same time. Okay, there's a reason why I want to do that. Okay, but we're gonna talk about those two at the time. We're gonna talk about Abraham in Genesis 13th chapter. We're gonna talk about how he has to take went through that process and what he learned from it, and what God did in the midst of that. Okay, a lot of times God will still bless us in the midst of our mess, but that's just a whole nother. That's a dance all by itself. God still blessed me in the midst of my mess. Okay. I still didn't listen to him, didn't obey his commandments, so he still blessed me. He still kept me. He's a keeper. Ain't that right, Kim?
Absolutely. And he don't bless you because of you. He blesses you because of Jesus.
Yeah. Because of Jesus, because of his promise that he made. His covenant. He's a keeper of his word.
Yes, he is.
All right. All right. So look, thank you for joining us. Our time is done. Next week, we're going to do this all over again at 6 p.m. We'll see you all over again. We'll have this great conversation again. Hopefully, Tish is not at Bucky's no more, and she'll be delivered from it. And
Next week, I will be at home sitting at my dining room table.
It must be real hot down there.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Man,
See, Cece, you didn't
I'm
even know.
already come
You
back
didn't know.
to the winter time.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. God says go, and you went. So stay. Go get blessed.
I should have lost a little weight before I did this because this ain't working. You cannot be fat in Texas. I'm trying to tell you.
So now you have an incentive. That's all.
That's all it is. Look at you. You got this, Cece. We believe in you.
Mhm.
All right. Cece probably gonna be starting her. Hopefully, she'll start her baking business. All right. No, she just looked at me. Look at her. Look at her. Look at me. Jean.
No bacon. No bacon.
I said baking.
Cooking. Not baking.
Cook. I mean, you still make
I
cake.
said baking.
All right.
No, I don't.
All right.
I got somebody else to do that.
Oh, okay. My bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize. You see how she really being aggressive there. She been real aggressive there, Tish. Very aggressive. Real
Don't
aggressive.
agree with him.
She did. Guess what?
Yes.
She did. She did agree with me, and it's on record. So guess what? I will bring back the footage. All right. So everybody on Facebook, God bless you. I want you to have a great night. If you have any questions, again, you can send us a message, or you can inbox me. That is either or. It doesn't matter. Next week we'll be back doing part 2 of transitioning. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's great conversation. Until then, see you later. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Peace out.